Hi and welcome to Outwell and our Birldland L from our deluxe collection. It's a tunnel designed tent that's got 3 rooms on the inside and it sleeps 5 people across 2 bedrooms. A great feature on the tent is this canopy across the front here, which creates this good sized rain safe entrance. So if it is a little bit drizzly, obviously you're not going to get any water coming straight into the tent. The door itself is nice and wide, so getting all of your kit in and out of the tent is nice and easy as well. I just want to highlight as well that the door, obviously we have rolled away at the moment, but when it's zipped closed, it's got a large window on there, and it also has a full mesh door here. So ventilation wise, you can zip this all the way across, keep all those insects out, but still keep nice and comfortable in the tent as well. Inside itself, you'll find certainly plenty of space, lots of head height. I'm quite tall at about 1.95 meters. You can see I can stand up in here no problem at all. The space really is accentuated by these really large windows on either side here, so you can see lots of light coming into the tent. If you do want a little bit more privacy though, you'll find that each window has a curtain on it, so we can bring this either halfway up for that little bit more privacy, or obviously it can be fully closed as well. Then what you'll find is across the top here we have this long ventilation panel here, which corresponds to outside ventilation, just again to keep it a little bit more comfortable within the tent. Just at the top here, you'll find that we have a lantern hanging point, and then leading away from that, you'll find that we have cable tidies which come down to our cable entry point just here. So you can just see here, we can zip this open and bring in our cables just from the outside here without actually having them coming through the front door. Just while I'm down here, I'll highlight the ground sheet. It's a fully sealed ground sheet from front to back and side to side, and it's also bathtub in style, so you can see that it comes up at the edges here. So you don't get any drafts, keep out sort of dust and dirt, and more importantly, hopefully keep out those unwanted creepy crawlies as well. At the back of the tent is where you'll find the sleeping compartments that I mentioned earlier on, and a really nice feature here is that they come pre-attached. So when it comes to you pitching the tent, it's a job that you don't have to worry about, they're already here for you. The way that they are attached to the tent is using our wave-shaped hanging point system just here, and what you'll see is that we have this mesh panel suspending the bedrooms below, and what that does is just takes any pressure points off of the seam on top of the bedroom. You'll also just see here that when the doors are closed on the bedroom, you do have a good sized ventilation panel here, just keeping you a little bit more cool and comfortable within the bedrooms. And you'll also see here that we have some handy storage pockets on the outside there too. Inside the bedroom, you will find that at the back we have a good sized ventilation panel which corresponds to outside panels that can be opened up. We also have some handy storage pockets just down here, which are ideal for smaller personal possessions. Another nice feature here is that this dividing sheet, which separates the 2 halves of the bedroom, can just be zipped open and rolled up so that you can create one large sleeping area there. Now what we're going to do is just pop outside to show you those outside features. So the fly sheet that we're using here on the Birldland L is our Outex 4000. It's a really good quality taffeta polyester and it's 75 denier. What you will find is all of the seams have been taped, and then we have PU coating all on the inside there to ensure that it's going to be really waterproof with a hydrostatic head of 4000 millimeters. The frame that we use on here is actually a combination of this steel pole at the front here, and then we have the fiberglass poles throughout the rest of the tent. So you get really good stability here, nice and simple to pitch as well. And we also do colour code the poles just to make sure that you get the right one in the right place. Like I say, making sure that it's nice and easy for you to be able to pitch. Some other features then, you can see the ventilation panel on the outside here that we talked about from the inside. If you want to, we can get rid of it nice and easily just by taking down these Velcro tabs, just like so. Some other features I just want to highlight then would be our classic Outwell luminous guy lines, so when it's a little bit darker, hopefully you should see these a little bit easier. And you'll also find that each guy line then has its own retainer. So when it comes to packing down the tent, you can simply wrap up the guy line and pop it in here so that the next time you take the tent out, the guy lines are easily accessible. I just want to also highlight we are using our wind stabilizer system on the tent here, and that's where we attach the guy lines using these Velcro tabs here. What we do is simply take these around the pole and close them off like that. You'll find that there's one at the top and at the bottom of all the poles around the tent, and what that does is it pulls the fly sheet against the frame, making the whole thing that little bit more taut, making sure that it's nice and stable as well. Another feature here would be the use of our easy pegging system. This is where we supply you with 3 different types of pegs with the tent. We have the solid steel pegs which go on the corners of the tent, so these are your anchor pegs. We then also have the luminous pegs here for use with the luminous guy lines, and all the black pegging points around the side of the tent. You use the black plastic peg here, making sure right peg in the right place and nice and simple for you to pitch. So we have a few optional extras available for the Birldland L, including a footprint to go under the ground sheet. There's also a carpet available for the living area of the tent, just giving you that little bit more luxury. And there's also a front extension available for those who want that little bit extra space outside. So that's all the features of the Birldland L, and I'd like to thank you very much for watching.